Let's say we have an adult protective service worker who doesn't have a lot of training in power and control dynamics, but has a good social work background in terms of looking at family dynamics, good listening skills. And this adult protective service worker knocks on the door of a home. The allegation has been that the husband is being abusive of the wife, and she's there to check it out. She knocks on the door, and what she hears from the husband when he answers the door is that his wife is asleep in the back bedroom, but please come in. He wants to resolve things quickly. He has her come in and sit down and have a conversation. He comes across as charming. She explains why she's there and starts asking questions, and he says to her, you know what, I am so glad that you're here. I love my wife more than anything in the world. She's the most important person to me. But in the last few years, things have gotten difficult. She can't take care of herself, the house, or me. Happened just this one time. It will never happen again, I promise you. Now, if I'm trained as a social worker to be looking for ways to be helpful with his family, I think I've got a great case of caregiver stress, right? He's talking about that it happened just this one time. It was an episode. She can't take care of herself or him. He loves her more than anything. So let's work to build that couple and that family dynamic by bringing in services. Maybe the social worker offers services for him and respite care and a support group for caregivers because he's got it tough and we want to provide support. And honestly, if what you've got is caregiver stress, that remedy will make sense, it will be helpful, and she will be safer, and he will get the support that he needs. But if you have domestic violence in later life or a power and control dynamic going on, hear him again. He says to the social worker, I love her more than anything in the world. She's the most important person to me. She can't take care of herself, the house, or me. Happened just this one time. It will never happen again. As an advocate, when I hear that language, it's classic batterer language for me. Many batterers say that it happened only once, and it happened many more times. Many batterers hold sort of a rigid gender stereotype that many people in our culture hold and are not batterers. But in my experience, many batterers believe that it is her responsibility to take care of the house and him. So that's a bit of a red flag. And when someone says to me that their partner is the center of their life, also just a bit of a red flag, because that possessiveness tends to be a characteristic that we see in batterers. So in 5 or 6 sentences, my advocacy background leads me to have some red flags and some questions. And I would want to start by talking to her separately without him in the room to find out, did this happen only once? Or is this something that has been going on for 50 or 60 years throughout the course of the marriage? I would want to start focusing on some safety planning. I would be less ready to start providing services and support and sympathy for him. And so it's really so important that we are working together with folks in the Aging Network, with Adult Protective Services, and those of us that come from an advocacy background, providing training on sort of some of these classic tactics and dynamics so that folks can pause when they hear language and think about what else might be going on and asking some more questions.